Tony D and Little Joan and Guest Dog in the background somewhere. And this is a Screenwriter's Rant on Hypnotic, starring Ben Affleck as, not sure what he is. Not sure what he is, but I guess he's a cop. Yeah, I think he's a cop. And there's some evil villain who is a hypnotic, some kind of guy, and by Robert Rodriguez, he can make people basically hypnotize them. So this is him, and this guy, I forget the actor's name, but man, he plays a good villain. He plays a great heavy, as they say in the biz. He is the heavy of heavies. Let's take a look. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 11. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. So he can basically hypnotize people very quickly. They listen to him. He makes them do stuff. He makes them turn on people. He makes them kill themselves and rob banks and all these crazy things. Ben Affleck's daughter was, I think, kidnapped by the guy or something, and that's part of the mystery too. And he's got to unsolve a big thing. Feels like it should have been based on a book. Feels like it was a book or something. It doesn't look bad. You know, the one thing is, this is based on the idea that people can change reality using hypnosis. I'm not sure. May 12th it comes out. I'm not sure, you know, that's very believable. And the problem with doing this in a movie is that, you know, if he can do that, why doesn't he just kill Ben Affleck? Why doesn't he just get him killed? So that's always an issue, right? You're watching a movie like this and you've got a villain that's so powerful, you just wonder, like, how this guy should be dead. But maybe they address that. I don't know. So, first act, it's partly about Ben Affleck losing his daughter. Not sure how that ties into it because it seems to be years later. But then years later, it would have to be years later. Years later, he's tracking a bank robber and weird stuff is happening and this guy's involved and they know it, but they can't stop him because every time they go to stop him, he just hypnotizes people and makes them think, oh, I'm supposed to listen to you. Or he convinces them that, for instance, that he jumped off the roof, but there's no evidence. They don't see him. So it's the idea that hypnotism, or that somebody can hypnotize you quickly and make you do things. My understanding is hypnotism cannot make you do certain things. Cannot make you do something you absolutely don't want to do. Can only make you do things that you actually would do, I think is the rule. But it's an interesting concept, I guess. I mean, you could see it work. I think it could work for a movie, I guess. I don't know. If you go in too heavy-handed with the hypnotism, that's when I think it could start to break down, right? If he's just doing crazy things that are just big, giant movie things, I think that could unravel the movie if he's too powerful. You really got to hit that sweet spot, I think. He's powerful enough that he's a menace, but he's not so powerful that he appears godlike. Ben Affleck's okay. I go back and forth with him. I think he's a better director than he is an actor. I don't think he's directing this one. He plays a lot of roles like this when it's not one of the big movies. It's just him. So it's very hyper focused. Whether it's The Accountant or that other movie where he plays a cop, it tends to be movies with Ben Affleck tend to be all about his character, which is fine. The ensemble stuff, I guess he's done with or whatever. Movie stars are they've kind of lost their sheen. Ben Affleck still kind of has a little bit of it. He's still kind of a movie star in that he has been in big movies. He's married to another movie star and a big famous person. So, I mean, you could see it. he does have a fan base. He still looks good. But I think his talent really does lie in his direction. So I wish he'd direct more. But would I see this movie? I'd see it mostly for the villain because he is a great heavy. And that, to me, makes this trailer feel like a real threat. Like, he feels like a real threat. Just the way he carries himself and acts. He reminds me a little bit of how Jack Kirby portrayed Darkseid. Like, when Jack Kirby did Darkseid didn't bother to do anything he didn't need to do. And he was always so ominous and threatening that way. He never went out of his way to get at a bad guy or get at a good guy. He just had him. He had you beat before you even started talking to him. And that's the way he carries himself. And I think that really sells the movie. And Affleck's okay. I mean, I think he's better in these action roles than, say, a heavy acting role. Where he's doing stuff a lot as opposed to, emoting. I think he works better on that more. Yeah, and this isn't a slam against him. More surface level stuff because he looks the part, and he has done some action stuff. Even though I'm not particularly a fan of his Daredevil or Batman, I think he has the look. He's in shape. So I think this is a good role for him. So I might see it. I don't know. It looks like a theater movie. I don't know if I'd go to the theater. It feels like more like a rental to me, or a wait and see in terms of the vibe coming out from the critics. But yeah, Hypnotic. Why not? When the hell is this coming out? Let's see. May 12th. May 12th, everyone. So look for that. And that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan, and Guest Dog, who are too busy to be in the show. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble. People are getting booted off of YouTube again. I don't know how long I'll be here. I play mostly by the rules on YouTube, I think, but you never know. So definitely sign up at Rumble, Odysee, and or Bitchute, just in case, because they may start a big purge, and some of my earlier videos were a little spicy. A lot of them are gone. I just deleted them. But you never know with YouTube. It doesn't seem to matter. The rules, they just decide to apply them unevenly to people when they want to get rid of them. I don't have much of a, huge fan base like Steven Crowder or someone, but I mean, I've got a few thousand people, so that's nice. But just to be safe, go over to Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble and get yourself an account. It's free. And that's it. We'll see you